Algebraic reasoning is the hallmark of the middle school mathematics curriculum. As such, we would like our students to be able to complete and extend patterns. One such question in this area is a release test item that we can take a look at. In this item, we ask students for the next term in the pattern. Our students are pretty good at this. However, when we ask them for the 6th, the 7th term out, that's a little bit more problematic. We have with us today Denise Walston, Senior Mathematics Coordinator from Norfolk Public Schools. Denise, is there anything we can do, or what should we do to help our students go beyond just that next term?
So the key thing is, how can we use the fact that they can extend a pattern to the next one to our advantage to help them to begin to extend and generalize what the pattern is saying. So what I would suggest is that we start with very concrete experiences, something very similar to this picture that we have here with squares, red and blue squares. And for example, when students are looking at this, some of them may see that in the first stage or in the first group, they have a total of 4 squares. But other students may notice that really, if they look at the pattern overall, that they have 1 blue that's remaining constant. And so that would be my constant term. And then the thing that's changing are the 3 red squares underneath the blue one. And so we create a T-table that would demonstrate that, where they write about what's actually happening. So for example, in the very first stage, they could see that they have 1 blue plus 3 reds. In the second stage, they still have the 1 blue, but in this case, they have 2 groups of 3 reds. And then again, they can compute what the total is going to be. The reason I'm doing this, and I think it's important for students to do this, is because based on this information, they can begin to generalize and see a relationship between the blue and the red squares and the position or the stage number that they're on. So never stop with what just is going to come next, but instead get students to generalize to the 10th term, to talk about in the 10th one, they'd have 1 blue plus 10 reds.
So that's 10 groups of 3 reds. That's good.
And they can figure out what the total is going to be each time. That's really key, of getting them to sketch a picture, but then to write about what they're seeing, what they see is actually happening, and providing a lot of experiences that would be very similar to this, starting with the concrete and very rapidly progressing to some more difficult patterns.